Oh dear. And I thought we were going to have a respectable crowd here this afternoon. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's finals day in the 21st Benson & Hedges Masters Snooker. Welcome to Wembley Conference Centre. Before we start, a word about the high break. I'm sure most of you know there's a £10,000 prize for the high break this week, and that Jaguar car that you've seen in the foyer for the first 147. The leader so far with the 141 is Stephen Hendry. So that's one thing this afternoon's finalists have to shoot for. And may I stress once again, no photography. We've had lots of problems this week, particularly with flash, which is most unfair to the players. And the stewards have instructions to confiscate any camera that's used during play. So please do observe that, no photography. Let's welcome our referee for this afternoon's final, Mr. John Street. A word about refreshments. We have a moment or two to spare because we're going live on TV for the start of the match. A word about refreshments, ladies and gentlemen. There's a full two-course meal available upstairs. There's also the snacks. Grandma Batty's Yorkshire pudding has proved incredibly popular this week. I do advise you to try it. And all the usual refreshment outlets. So if you're staying on for this evening's session, please enjoy the facilities that will be available to you. Be quiet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to welcome the finalists in the 21st Benson & Hedges Masters. First, a young man who is here for the first time. He's one of the two wildcard entrants this year, and he's the first wildcard to reach even the semi-final, let alone the final. And on the way to this afternoon's final, he's beaten Tony Drago, 5-3, Darren Morgan, 5-2, the defending champion, Alan McManus, 5-2, and in his semi-final, Jimmy White, 6-1. Welcome, please, John Higgins. His opponent was one of the two wildcards last year. This year, he's here as of right, being currently ranked number 9 in the world. He's beaten John Parrott, 5-4, Terry Griffiths, 5-2, and in yesterday's semi-final, Peter Ebden, 6-4. Welcome, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Your elbows on the... Yeah, that's fine.
So they just pose for the pre-match photographs alongside that wonderful trophy. And the atmosphere already electric, and they've not hit a ball yet.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
think the safety play in this match might be the deciding factor. Ronnie O'Sullivan, better known for his dynamic potting, but when he puts his mind to it, he can play safety pretty well with the best of them.
Yes, and that's a good opening pot from John. No position, but put Ronnie in trouble.
1, John.
And that's certainly what's impressed me about John. He seems to settle down straight away, doesn't seem to suffer too much from nerves.
Certainly deserve that applause.
Yes, and that safety shot will cause Ronnie a bit of problem. No easy path back to the bulk end, so may have to settle for leaving the white on this back cushion.
Well, Ronnie may have left a path through to the red just to the left of the pink, and that will go to the right middle, but not an easy pot, and John refusing the half chance, perhaps wisely.
Yes, and both these players showing that when necessary, they can both play good safety.
Yes, it's not often that we've seen Ronnie O'Sullivan play for 6 minutes at the opening frame without attempting a pot. It's important for Ronnie that he doesn't get frustrated. I think that once he's learnt that a tactical battle is often an integral part of playing snooker, he'll start to enjoy it more and be a much better player for it. At the moment, he prefers to knock them in whenever possible, but showing admirable restraint at the moment.
Yes, and played an excellent safety shot there. And John having to come off the side cushion and hope to get safe down near this back cushion.
File 4, a miss. Ron O'Sullivan.
Yes, John can clearly hit reds. I'm trying to drop on this one to get the cue ball safe, but he can clearly hit the red near the pink there.
Okay, Ronnie.
Yes, in actual fact, there is a path off that red near the pink, back to ball, but it's got to be judged to perfection. The black and those three reds. And that's the first mistake. After some excellent safety play, chance for Ronnie.
One. Six. Six. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, that was unusual. Didn't have to do a lot with the cue ball, so must have just taken his eye off it. This is a big shot that John's taking on. Pot to the right corner.
One.
Yes, so you have to say this is a good chance now for John to put a few points on the board. The only problem is when he pots the black here, it's going to be tied up with that cluster of reds. So he'll have to concentrate on the pink.
8. Nine.
Things obviously not all that straightforward there, and the red's in one another's way, but
15.
we've seen how
16.
good this young man is at sorting a break out from nothing, but he's gone astray there.
Green ball. 16. John Higgins.
Yes, and both these players showing a lot of patience. Both just had the one chance. And that's a good shot from Ronnie. Played that with a lot of right on side. May have been a little unfortunate, however. Just pushed a red over the right corner.
One.
Well, he'll certainly take the blue on this time.
Blue ball.
Needs a bit of luck, I think, as to where the cue ball finishes, because I think he'll hit into a red.
Six.
And that could have gone better. Tricky shot to the right middle.
6, John Higgins.
Yes, and was tempted into going for that, and that could be a big mistake. The Reds are
1,
very nicely situated now at the top end of the table. Pink and black available, so this is just the sort of chance Ronnie thrives on.
Seven, 8, 14, 15,
And Ronnie O'Sullivan visibly taking
21.
a shade longer on his shot than normal, and I think it's a measure of the respect he's got for John Higgins. And I think when Ronnie does do
22.
this, he's certainly not slow, but he's still one of the fastest in the game. But I think it makes him that much stronger.
28, 29, 35, 36,
'And certainly the last time these two players met in the Welsh
42,
Open in Newport, Ronnie was well ahead in what turned out to be vital frames, and just one lackadaisical shot,
yes,
and his opponent John Higgins cleared up to win, including the final frame. So that will be in his memory.
Yes, and it appears he's taking another chancy shot on here, attempting this red along the back cushion, and this is a very thin shot.
Well,
42, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
having said how carefully he was playing, I agree with John. That wanted a miracle shot, and he's a bit lucky to get behind the yellow.
One.
And I think it was a needless risk that this young man's liable to take advantage of.
Seven. Seven, John Higgins.
Well, it was a bad shot. He said he certainly should have made sure the red wasn't going to kiss the brown.
And that's a sign of the confidence. He knew he was going to split those.
1.
But that previous shot from Ronnie didn't do himself a lot of harm by putting the brown against that side cushion. Johnny's going to need that to go on and win the frame at one visit.
7. 8. 14. 16.
Well, he certainly left himself the angle to move the brown. The pot's a little more difficult, but if he gets this right, there's every chance he'll win the frame.
Yes, this is no easy shot, however, with your hand on the table, but with the rest in the extension, take a real good shot.
$19. 19.
Good safety shot, taking the brown up and down the table. There's a double kiss on, and he avoided it well. Really does know his way round the table with these safety shots, John Higgins.
Yes, and Ronnie having to swerve this to hit the brown. And that looks as though it's over the centre, so this is a great chance for John. Although the blue's not going to be the normal formality of its spot, it'll have to go into one of the corners.
4.
Just the pink required. And certainly Ronnie O'Sullivan, if he loses this frame, will remember that shot on the third last red. Safely in. So this young Scotsman stays cool and takes, what, a 25-minute opening frame. 1-0 to John Higgins. So the usual enthusiastic Wembley audience shouting on their favourites.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The second frame, John Higgins to break.
So there doesn't look to be too easy a safety shot for Ronnie here. I think he can just get the left-hand side of the reds as you look at them to take the cue ball away.
Well, fortunate kiss on the brown for Ronnie there. Got John in a bit of trouble.
Well, applause, but this red just might tempt Ronnie O'Sullivan. He needs a good shot to get onto a colour, so that might put him off it, but he really wants to take it on. Whether it's wise or not, he's decided perhaps not. Well, has Ronnie pushed that red far enough down for John to cut in? I think he has.
Well, that was certainly a very fine cut, but a good shot from John. But now a pressure ball if he takes this yellow on, but he's electing to just roll up behind it, quite rightly so I feel.
One, John Higgins.
And that's not the best of shots. Well, it appears that Ronnie's looking at these two reds into this left-hand corner, a plant. Well, that's another risky shot. Gone stray for Ronnie, so that bad shot from John has paid off.
One. One, John Higgins.
Just enough angle on this red, I think, to screw across for the black.
One. Eight. Nine.
Well, that's again a mistake by Ronnie.
16.
Certainly didn't intend the collision with the red.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
So that was a good chance that Ronnie didn't take full advantage of. And John being tempted, I think, with this one down the left corner.
Yes, and played it well. In fact, he played it in such a way he couldn't leave a lot had he missed it.
Eight. Nine. Sixteen. Seventeen. $24. 25.
And there's still a couple of reds just behind the pink that will go to the left corner pocket after the black.
$32. 33. 40. 41. Yeah.
I think removing that red has opened up the path for the red to the left of the pink into the left-hand centre.
48. John Higgins.
Yes, John's shaking his head. He got, as you see here, the cue ball jumped a little, and John's gesture showed what he thought of it.
1.
Bad time to get a kick in sight of winning this second frame.
Five. Six.
And that's a good shot from Ronnie. Knows he's got to move some of these 3 reds to continue the break. And come down and has the perfect angle on the black.
$13. 14. 16. 17. 23. 24.
Yes, and you would think now the only saviour for John would be this blue near the left-hand side cushion, which Ron is going to require.
27. 29.
Just had a quick look, Ronnie O'Sullivan, to see if there was an angle to get that blow off that might save John's bacon.
32.
Hasn't got it.
$36.
Well, 6 inches shot of being near perfect. Wonderful shot to sort out. And 1 good shot on the blue though required now.
$41.
So Ronnie O'Sullivan showing his mettle now. Brilliant 47 clearance to level the match at 1 frame apiece. And this match is just starting to live up to the expectations. John Higgins looking as if he was going to go 2-0. 1 error. And wonderful auditorium here made for a
Thank you,
good
ladies and
match.
gentlemen. The third frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Let's see if it continues that way.
Yes, and there's a problem for John. Normally he can rest them to the side of the pack of reds, but there's reds either side of the cluster, so has to be very careful.
Clever shot from John Higgins. Couldn't get it absolutely safe, but didn't leave Ronnie anything that was worth taking the risk with. And then Ronnie has just been a little bit quick on that one. Should have had the cue ball tight on the cushion.
Yes, and these are the shots Ronnie finds it hard not to take on. So another great pot from Ronnie.
1.
The Reds are not too badly placed at this end of the table. It's just this initial positional shot that's the difficult one.
Six. Six. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, just a lapse. No kick, nothing wrong at all. Just a lapse. And it may well be costly.
1. Eight. 9. 9. John Higgins.
Mistake this time from John, so mistakes coming from both players now.
One. Eight. 9. 16.
Out much better for Ronnie. Choice of red into the corner.
17.
And now the Reds are perfectly situated.
24. 25.
Okay, just a little bit careless from Ronnie. Wanted to be straighter on the black. Just makes it missable when you're playing the cut. No problem though.
32. 33. 39. 40. 47. 48.
So now 52 points in front.
55.
Well, just
56.
at the vital time, just going astray.
Yes, but that black means that John Lloyd requires snookers.
$64.
It was a very difficult shot on the black, John, though, wasn't it? And he just made it look so easy, and it was the one that won the frame.
$67. 68.
So this time, well, he's taken the black again to hold for position, but this is another difficult one. But the frame well and
68,
truly won.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, and the frame.
It is, so Ronnie O'Sullivan breaking out there, taking full advantage of John Higgins' error, takes the lead at 2 frames to 1.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The 4th frame, John Higgins to break. Gentlemen, could I ask you in the front row here, please, stop talking.
Yes, when you're in a large auditorium, when everyone else is quiet, somebody whispers and it echoes, and just disturbed Ronnie there. But he's in a bit of trouble from John's break. Certainly in this match, I think most people thought that John's tactical and safety play would be better than Ronnie's, but Ronnie is matching him shot for shot. Certainly holding his own in that department, and as long as he just continues to curb too much enthusiasm, John Higgins is going to have to play well to hold him. So this time an error from Ron has allowed John Higgins to get his hand on the table, and he'll take this shot onto nothing. And he doesn't miss many of those usually, but there is a bit of tension, obviously.
Yes, and Ronnie could be very dangerous now.
1.
We've got his confidence together with that nice break in the last frame. Well, he won't be too happy with that shot.
3. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And it's quite remarkable how maybe 10, 12 years ago you seem to get your knowledge and maturity at this game in the 30 years out upwards. These two lads have got it, and they're only 19, and they're playing some superb stuff.
Yes, and certainly Ronnie's been putting a lot more thought in his shots today. Well, I don't know if he played the pot there or not. He'll certainly be happy with it.
Six. 7. 7, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
So that's one of his favourite shots. He's renowned for the potting of the blue to any of the corner pockets. Misses them very rarely. He's perhaps trying to steer the cue ball a little to drop on the red, and he's lucky that the blues come out there, as you see, and block the passage of the red that he played position on.
Well, this probably plays safe off the red just above the blue, but he won't have much idea where the other reds are going with the collision. And he's played that well.
He's left a tempter for John, though, the red to the right corner. He's not taking that one on, but I think he'll be taking this one on and screwing back perhaps for the yellow. John's turn to be fortunate. Had no idea where the red would finish.
Yes, the white could finish in an awkward position for John here, however. And it's an excellent shot from Ronnie. Crowd applauding, but that's not what John wanted. Left Ronnie a simple red into the right corner.
One. Seven. Eight. Thirteen. 14.
Choice of pink or blue, but both could be big shots.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Didn't really play that with any conviction. Wasn't happy about it, but he's 24 points in front, and although he's left his opponent a half chance, it's a tough pot.
Yes, the blue's not helping John here, making it awkward bridging. And they're hard enough without being hampered. So another chance for Ronnie.
One.
Well, he's got a bit of an angle on the pink, but whether any of the reds will go or not, I'm not sure. But if not, he may try and clatter them open. Well, I reckon he's been a bit unlucky.
7.
Yes, a great shot. Not much he can do now. That red at the bulk end, of course, making a good safety shot.
7. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Difficult, so just a containing safety. Good pop from John.
1.
Needs another one, however, to keep the break going. Well, he'll be happy with that shot. Don't know if he can get to the one over the pocket, but the one to the right of the pink will certainly go. Well, you can see he can get easily to the one over the pocket.
5.
So a chance here for John to get back into this frame.
John Higgins.
Well, that's another bad mistake by John, and he certainly can't afford to make those sort of mistakes. Ronnie will certainly punish him eventually with those sort of shots.
1. Seven. 8.
Well, that's not so clever. And again, he's got a 34-point lead. There's no real sense in taking anything on that's particularly difficult or awkward.
Yes, and
Ronnie
I think
O'Sullivan.
that's the difference this afternoon with Ronnie. That's the sort of shot you don't normally see him play. Put the green and the brown safe just in case John should get in a position to clear up.
One.
Well, a very useful fluke.
Green ball.
Not the 1 point, but where the cue ball's going to be now.
One.
Yes, and this isn't the easiest to hit, let alone get safe.
Foul 4. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And what's worse, he's left Ronnie a red into the right corner.
1.
And you would certainly expect Ronnie to go on now and clinch the frame at this visit.
Yes, that pink puts him 46 in front, 43 on.
7. 8.
So it hadn't quite been the match that we thought. We thought it was going to be John's very good tactical play and Ronnie O'Sullivan attacking, but
15.
it's been a fascinating
16.
balance of both. And it has to be said that John has maybe made 1 or 2 more errors than Ronnie.
23.
And perhaps the rub of the green has just gone Ronnie O'Sullivan's way, but it is the best of 17. We're only at the mid-session interval, and John concedes. So it's Ronnie O'Sullivan who leads by 3 frames to 1.